Are we live? Are we live and alive? Are we live and alive in here? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Is this thing on? I mean, I assume I'm live. Why the YouTube isn't like? Why am I black screening? Am I live? I'm genuinely unsure now. There we go. Jesus, man, had me terrified there. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We'll go over right here. Welcome in, you guys. Now, one thing here before we get going. Some people were saying in the comments that the mic volume isn't that good, so I'm just gonna test with you guys really quick right here. This is standard. This is what I use it at. This is minus 11 right now, okay? This is minus 11. This right here is minus 6 now. This is minus 6 on the mic. Better or worse? Better or worse at minus 6? It was minus 11 before. This is minus 6. If it makes it easier to hear me, if you have to, like, I need to know where the volume's sitting here. Way better?
$60.
Better? You can't even notice the difference? Better? On time? Turn it up? So I'm like, okay, we're gonna stick it here then.
$80.
I'm gonna stick it here for the live streams for now. If I get more complaints, more stuff, we'll see.
Fair warning.
Minus 6 for the lives. Good to hear you guys. Good to hear. Even louder could work. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, we'll go minus 5. Minus 5. Minus 5, and I'll await feedback at this point. We'll wait for feedback. At minus 5, we'll give it a few weeks. You can't tell the difference. You're insane, my guy. This should be a substantial change. It's 5 decibels. Do you know how much a decibel is? Me neither. Minus 5 for the lives. All right. Welcome in, you guys. Appreciate that.
$120.
Another wonderful Tuesday upon us. We started off with a 9.4 ET there. That sold for $325. I still need to get an ET eventually. Like, I do want to get one. I think ET is just a fantastic display piece. It's stupid. It's fun. People will talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? ET is so stuck in the lore of video game collecting that I need to own one at some point. Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, 9.28 plus for 225 into the balloon fight. Now, this is interesting for a weekly auction here. 7.5 gloss sticker CIB with a 9.6 manual in it. 9.6 manual inside of this first print balloon fight. 6.5 box 8.0 cartridge. There's also a 7.5 matte sticker Clue Land, a matte sticker Excite Bike, and a hang tab Gyromite. Just hanging out in a weekly. Gloss, the balloon fight closing at $300 there. Clue Land, 7.5 overall here.
$80.
Just pretty crazy. Pretty darn crazy for a weekly auction year to be having these black box CIBs. We just haven't seen these in a long time.
Fair warning.
Is there ever a Tuesday when you say to yourself, maybe I'll start the stream a minute early instead of until the last second?
Fair warning.
It is kind of insane, isn't it?
Next lot.
It is rather insane that every single week rolls around and I'm just like I'm a degen. I show up like literally when it starts every single Tuesday. I could show up earlier, right? I could make a change. I could. I don't. Every week's the same thing. It's insane. Clue Land, $362.50.
$75. $80.
Starting to sweat a bit already. Frickin', this is that. The hot Saskatchewan summer is upon us finally. Turn my fan on here.
Next lot.
Clue went for $362.50. Cybernoid 104. Die Hard. Again, kind of crazy for a weekly. Not the best grade in the world, but like Die Hard factory sealed. There's 10 on the Wada Pop report. 7.0 B plus here, pushing its way up over $500. Usually jump when you turn up the stream and the auction bot voice resets. Oh. Yeah, lots of good stuff today. When would be the best auction to submit a PS2 game for? Depends what you have, James. If you have a really good PS2 game, probably the 6th generation showcase auction. But even tonight, like, if you guys saw my Instagram story, tonight for PS2, we have frickin' Haunting Ground, I believe. Yeah, Haunting Ground is here as well as Dark Cloud 2. 9.6A plus. It's a UPC punch copy, but still sitting at $650 here. Just like, what? Kind of nuts. Die Hard ends at $612.50. Excite Bike matte sticker again, 6.5 box, 6.5 cart, $437.50. Man, any of these matte sticker first prints now, hey, just multiple hundreds of dollars, kind of regardless of condition. It's like we had what, a 4.5 Mega Man first print 2 the other week,
$80.
still went for multiple hundreds of dollars. Kind of crazy. Smoke in the area is good now. We got hit by the smoke really hard on Saturday. Right now it's fine.
Fair warning.
But yeah, Saturday we were, like, the smoke was awful.
$95.
We had the smoke warnings and stuff. You could tell immediately when you went outside. Yo, Justin Udell. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you coming out for the live stream. There's some really stupid news also. I'm sure most of you guys saw this already, but, like, it's so zany that I have to mention it during the live stream. GameStop. Frickin' GameStop is going to start buying and selling Pokemon, like, graded Pokemon cards are coming to GameStop. You're going to be able to trade in PSA 8, 9, 10, only PSA cards. GameStop is going to be buying and selling PSA graded cards. It's rolling out right away here at select stores and expected to keep going across the country. I don't know if that is why the stock has been going crazy, James. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen as well, like also GameStop news, in the past, 5 days here? In the past 5 days, GameStop stock, geez, I can't even say that, is up 200%. So I don't know if any of you guys are playing around with the GameStop meme stocks and stuff, but like in the past month, GameStop stock is up almost 400%. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys are making money with GameStop. Be careful. Like, be careful. If you're going to jump into this shit, just be careful. If you have money already, if you made some money, take a win. Take a win, boys. That's the you know, most people who jump into that GameStop stuff, or whenever there's like these massive stock trades that are going up, you know, 2021 had like weed stocks or GameStop, all this stuff, EV stocks. When it jumps up like this, 400% in 5 days or whatever, just take a win. Take a small victory. Make $100. Make $1,000. So many people just, yeah, Roaring Kitty's back. Exactly. Like GameStop shades of 2021, man. Here's Mega Man, speaking of. 7.5 overall here with an 8.5 cart and an 8.0 manual. 7.0 box. This is a second print here. Should be. Selling for $350. Metroid Classic Series 9.2A. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with games, right? Like, take some of your small wins. But it really is just like, what the hell is GameStop in 2024? Man, Classic Metroid here shooting up over almost like looking for 875 right now. 9.2A. 350 on a second print Mega Man? It's a 7.0 box. I mean, I don't think 350 is low. It doesn't feel low. It just kind of feels like fair market. You know what I mean? No component. Like the cartridge is the nicest piece at an 8.5. I don't know.
$180.
Metroid Classic Series for $843.75. Yeah, almost $1,000, eh, for a 9.2A Classic Series Metroid. I want to get one of these eventually too, but like, whew. Punch-Out 7.5 CIB. Punch-Out third print Punch-Out fighting its way over $200. Sold for $218.75. CIBs are dead today. I think CIBs are where they should be. Game Gallery. You sold a lot of late print Mega Man 6 months ago for like $650. Whoof. Wow, Trev. All right. I mean, if that is the case, Trevor, then yeah, $350 probably isn't all that bad.
Fair warning.
It's hard for me to, your manager at GameStop is your second job. You just had to complete the training for the graded cards. Let's just say it isn't very informative. Yo, Divine Pops. What do you know? What do you know, Divine Pops? Can you give us the latest scoop? Like, GameStop taking in cards, right? Especially graded cards. Like, are they going to offer 80% comps? Because you kind of have to, right? Like, they have to offer 70, 80%. Because anyone anyone with Pokemon cards, like this isn't 2015. Everyone in Pokemon cards right now, especially if you have PSA graded Pokemon cards, you know what's going on. Like, you aren't fucking clueless, you know what I mean? You know that stores will give you 60, 70, you have local card shops, eBay, conventions. Like, people know how this works. Yeah, most people who own a graded card know its value. So I just don't really see where GameStop slides into this equation here of like assumedly GameStop is going to be offering something like 50%, right? I think they kind of have to in order for the model to work. Like, they're not going all in on cards. I mean, you can't even trade in cards worth more than $500. So they're kind of playing around with lower level stuff. I just... Where is the need, I guess, for GameStop to do this? What market segment do they capture? Watching the Nick games and your catch up later? Hey, I understand, man. I understand. I think that's going into Game 5 tonight, I think. Is it 2-2 in that series? I understand, dude. NBA playoff basketball, NBA playoff hockey, it's tough competition out here now.
Fair warning.
You didn't know about the GameStop Pokemon thing? Yeah, it's wild, man. You saw your Instagram story for the 9.8 Smash. What do you think we'll go for? Also the WATA? I think the WATA one on Heritage will outsell. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, on eBay, there's a frickin' CGC 9.8 A++ Super Smash Brothers. A Pop 1 tied with the Pop 1 WATA copy that's currently sitting on Heritage Auctions as well, coming up with the signature. The one on eBay, I think, will undersell by a decent amount the Heritage copy. Like, I don't know exact numbers on any of it, right? But let's say the CGC copy on eBay goes for anywhere from like 30 to 50. I think the Heritage WATA copy would go anywhere from like 50 to 80. That's kind of where I'm at in my head. Like, if the eBay copy goes for something like 20, I'd be shocked. Like, oh my god, that'd be surprising to me. I'm curious where you guys are at with that too. Just like, we went 2 years before without seeing 9.8 A++, Super Smash Bros. No, it's not on Rainier. Random person, JC. Random person just popped it up on eBay yesterday. 9.8 A++ Super Smash Bros.
Fair warning.
Tetris was a 9.0 A+ for $525. Strider 8.5 A+ for $243. Rescue the Embassy Mission 9.8 A+ for $475. WrestleMania Hulk Hogan $275 there into Steel Cage Challenge 8.5 A. This is pretty, yeah, only the third time at Heritage. I was gonna say, we hardly ever see Steel Cage Challenge. One of the harder to find WrestleMania games. And this is one of the very few NES games here. Just a little bit of trivia for you. Published by LJN, they actually sealed their own games. They had like different production. So this actually uses a super skinny vertical overlap seam on the back here. You can, you might not be able to see it on my screen here. It's like right here and kind of through Sid Justice's face. Vertical overlap seam. There's only like, I don't know, 20 games, 20 licensed NES games that don't use the normal H seam. This is one of them. Kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Yeah, why would anyone trade in... why would people trade in cards to GameStop unless they stole it? I guess it's going to serve that market very nicely. Game 5 Knicks, I thought so. You can't see anyone trading in graded cards to GameStop unless they really hard up for cash. Yes, and that was my thought too, is like... In these, like in the Pokemon cards, sports cards, all those markets, right? There's a lot of idiots. There's a lot of people who, spread themselves way too thin. There are a lot of people who buy all this stuff on credit. There are idiots in that regard that may need to dump stuff, simply like liquidity crunch, right? Who may need to dump stuff at 50, 60% value just to get rid of it. Those people might exist. I don't think there's enough of those people to, like, make a business out of it, but GameStop might get hit by some of those people.
Fair warning.
Entering into Super Nintendo here. I'll have to make a full video talking about the GameStop thing. It's just too stupid. It's just too stupid in 2024. No, not stupid. Stupid isn't the right word. It's like shocking, baffling. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you like have to
Fair
blink
warning.
twice, shake your head, and it's like, what?
$260.
What? What is going on? That's the kind of reaction I have. It's not stupid. It's just, it's what? Huh? GameStop graded Pokemon
warning.
cards? This is Battle Cars, 85 plus here. They're only third time at Heritage. Pretty darn rare Super Nintendo game. 85 plus is super freaking nice. Pushing its way up over $300.
$100.
I need to watch Summoning Salt's Tetris video still, Skull. Need to watch that still.
Fair warning.
Anyone know if WADA is going to have a sale anytime soon? It's very unlikely, James. They just came off of a sale. Probably another month or two before you get another WADA sale. They just had one last month, so usually every 3 to 4 months you might get a discount with WADA.
Fair warning. Next.
That classic Metroid feels cheap. You should have bid. We'll have to look at some comps here if we can. Man, life without gamer stonks freaking stinks, hey? Are you guys feeling it?
Fair warning.
I'm on TerraPeak almost daily now. Like, I've started using that a lot more, too. Jeez. Battle Cars, 425 into Bronchi, the Bronchiosaurus. 90 plus. Rhea Systems, one of those health-only order games here. 90 plus, going for almost 500 bucks. 500 bucks right on the nose for Bronchi the Bronchosaurus. And here's Rex Ronin, another one of the Rhea Systems games here on Super Nintendo. VGA 95, freaking beautiful, pushing its way up to almost 500 here. It isn't in the POS system yet, so you don't know trading comps, but they are integrating the ability to just scan the card. At the last meeting, there was a big discussion on pushing retro. I mean, that's the crazy thing to me, Divine Pops, is like GameStop's going to expand now into graded Pokemon cards, right? And assumedly, they only want to deal with $500 cards because they don't, like, you know what I mean? I assume that is to, like, protect themselves. Protect themselves from scams, losing a ton of money on Pokemon cards.
Fair warning.
And with the freaking retro stuff they did, like, that could have been really, really good if they would have actually put the expertise and the time and the training. Like, GameStop Retro, from everything I saw, right? Even today, like, what I still see is GameStop selling retro games too cheap. People going in and, like, just buying shit too cheap at GameStop, right? Or I saw people buying fakes.
$280.
Minimize the risk. Thank you. Yes. Final Fantasy V VGA 90. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that, but people with fake Pokemon games, right? Like fake retro games being traded in, GameStop not being able to properly vet, and like the retro thing could have been good, but they had to hire actual experts to do it. And just from everything, yeah, GameStop is still selling Pokemon Emerald for $50. Like, I just don't get it. GameStop Retro genuinely could have been something great. They have the infrastructure, the name brand system, they have everything. That Retro could have been something great. Just given how that worked, when like Retro Games was already a parallel, like that's already parallels what they do. And now you're going to tell me they're going to be successful just jumping into graded Pokemon cards? No. Nope. The track record says nope.
$14.
So aren't these games here going cheap? The thing with Bronchi and Rex Ronin, these games here, is that the gap between CIB and Factory Sealed, and it's been like this for a long time on these Bronchi and Rex games, is that the gap between CIB and Sealed are very tight on these. It's just an extremely niche crowd of people who even want these in their collections. It's basically full set collectors. So like 90 plus, yeah, I agree. Like buy the frickin' VGA 90 plus for $500, right? Why would you bother with the CIB? But at the same time, I am skeptical that you could take this to eBay and like find a buyer at a higher price. Do you know what I mean? It's just, they're just very illiquid games. They just aren't desirable is the best way to put it. The VGA pop reports might even be high on this here. Just 1 second. Oh my god, that typing was terrible. But Google still clutched it out. Let me just sign into VGA here.
$65.
Let me just use the VGA pop reports here.
Fair warning.
What the fuck is going on?
Next
Let me just sign into this quick here.
$160.
Let me just like, what is going on? I shouldn't even be shocked. I shouldn't even be shocked. I should expect that, right? In 2024 with video, I should expect that. Oh my god. Anyways, I guess we won't check the pop reports. I'll have to get onto my desktop later. Jet Force Gemini, Nintendo 64, 9.28 plus. They're closing at $375. The Final Fantasy V VGA 90 for $500 isn't actually awful. Like if you want to buy a raw one of these out of Japan, you have to pay. Is it just the window size? Do you think they think it's a frickin' do you think it's are they telling me it's I'm using an app because I'm not full screen? No way. That's insane.
Fair $120.
That's insane. Look at this. What kind of technology is this? If you minimize the screen at all, it thinks you're on a mobile device? What? How does that even work?
Fair warning.
That's crazy. that's crazy.
$60.
Wow. Hopefully at some point they figure out how resizing a screen works. That's nuts. Anyways.
Fair warning.
See if we can find Rex Ronan here.
Next lot. $750. $800.
The Super Smash Brothers 6.5A plus. This is one I actually did want to look at here. It is lower grade copy, obviously, almost $1,000. No notes for denting or not dents. No notes on the back of the label for fading or box cut, anything like that, right? So it's a 6.5, a natural 6.5. Is that what you call it? I don't even know what you'd refer to it as, but I think you guys know what I mean. Generally speaking, I would much rather have a 6.5 that doesn't have any notes on the back of the label. You know what I mean?
Next lot.
So Rex Ronan, at fear of me changing the size here, has 13 sealed copies, and there are 195. So that is the nicest copy of Rex Ronan that just sold there, right there. Pop 195. There's 5 VGA 90s, 185 plus. So I mean that's the top right there of Rex Ronan. $800. Arguably could have went for more. Arguably. Bronchi has 17. Gotcha. You think the only benefit of working for GameStop is you can hold on to the good trade-ins? Yes. Truly. Smash Bros. 6.5 goes for $1,000. I'm just going to click into that too and check comps in a second here. Super Monkey Ball is super freaking desirable. Like, factory sealed, this game always sells really strong. 9.0A plus here, pushing up to over $400. Speaking of, 9.0A plus CGC, Black Label Super Monkey Ball. It's like a GameCube freaking grail. It always surprises me. No, PS2's coming up still, Benitzer. $450. Like, Super Monkey Ball is not a series that means anything to me. Like, don't care, right? Never played it, doesn't mean anything to me. But like, a 9.0 for $450? Woof. No, 9.0 is not high.
Fair warning.
That is not a high grade. Like, that's very much average. Super Smash Bros. Melee, not for resale. 8.5B. That's a tough grade right there. Pushing its way over $200.
Fair warning.
Yeah, so if you tilt mobile, you hack the CGH. Yeah, it's insane.
Bidding is continuing.
You think another avenue would be graded games? I mean, the graded games hobby is way too niche, I think, Divine, for it to be any kind of, you know what I mean?
Next lot.
Any kind of liquidity for GameStop to jump into graded games. I just don't think there's any point. Like, I understand why they went with cards instead, but like, man, it just, the whole thing seems so frickin' weird. Seems so frickin' weird to me. $275 for the Smash Bros. Check the VGA pops for Super Monkey Ball. I already closed the pop report. Already closed the pop report on Super Monkey Ball. I believe that it is probably pretty scarce, just based on how much it always sells for. Are there comps on this too? VGA 90, $960. Oof, that's back in November 2022. Hey, almost $1,000 to Super Monkey Ball. This is the better purchase in my opinion. Like this for $1,000 right here is better than paying $450 for a 9.0 A plus. 100%. 100%. This was 8 CIB GameCube games there for $200. This is 1, 2, oh my God. 3 graded games here. Captain Toad's a 9.4. Donkey Kong Country Returns a 9.8. Super Mario 3D World is a 9.6. Just slapping them all together here. You're going to email Bianca? Get them great. Who's Bianca? What the heck are you talking about, hamster?
Next lot. $55. $70.
You need the details on why the dynamite heady was removed. Oh yeah, VGA 85 plus there, hey? Could it be that it was moved to a Sega showcase? Like VGA 95 on the Herzog's Way is freaking nuts.
90.
Starting off Sega, by the way, is Penguin Land, VGA 80 plus. Like seeing VGA 95 Sega in a weekly is crazy. Like, isn't that like, that's crazy. I don't know how else to put it.
$110.
Divine Pops. If the opportunity, like, you need to talk to someone. once details roll out, maybe we need to interview about it. Because it's just so freaking fascinating about GameStop going into cards here. Once more details come, maybe we have to talk about it more.
Fair warning.
It's just crazy to me. The BP is 25%, Nathan. 25% BP now with Heritage. Super Monkey Ball has 6 VGA copies. 2 95s and 2 90s. Oh my God. Only 6. Only 6. That's crazy. So yeah, there's Super Monkey Ball. Only 6 on the VGA Pop Report. That's insane. But, like, no disrespect to Super Monkey Ball. It is not a game I've ever cared about, and I'm just baffled for however much it always sells for. Rambo, First Blood Part 2, VGA 90, uncirculated Sega Master System. That's freaking cool. Penguin Land went for $162.50, by the way. You might see a few in the weeklies a few times a year, and there's a showcase coming up. What are you talking about with James Amos there? Oh, do they actually have graded PC games? Yes, in the summer, there's going to be an entire PC auction. Otherwise, it's very sparse. But this summer, there's a PC showcase, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Herzog's Way, VGA 95, selling for. Not even a bidding war, man. $812.50. I really thought this was going to get into a fight.
$95.
I thought there was going to be a fight there for Herzog's Way. We'll check comps very quick on this. We have Super Mutant League Football, 9.2B. Also a very solid Sega game. VGA 90 sold for $720 back in February. Yeah, so like someone just got a deal paying like $100 more for the 95. That's kind of crazy. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this was in a this was in a signature, mind you. This was at the signature auction. The VGA 90. What? That's crazy. 95 in a weekly.
$85. $90.
Mutant League Football, $150 there. We also wanted to check out the lower grade Smash comps here. 6.5 A plus. 6.0 A plus plus back in April, I guess, for $1,000. So that's actually not bad. That's actually not bad there. Smash kind of holding on. Like 6.5 A plus, December 2022, $1,100. So we have a direct comp 1.5 years ago for almost the same price. Lower grade copies of Smash have settled in at that $1,000 mark. That's like entry price, you know what I mean? Damn.
Next lot. $2.
What's up, Greg? You keeping an eye on the Kingdom Hearts 9.8 A plus on eBay? It's at 1.2K. I do have it on my watch list, Treehouse. I didn't realize Kingdom Hearts Black Label 9.8 A plus on eBay, already at 1.2K. That already sounds pretty good. I appreciate it, Divine Pops. Appreciate it, man. We'll see how this frickin' GameStop thing unfolds. Crazy news in 2024. This is 7th Cross Evolution, highest graded copy out of only 4. Published by UFO. The only reason I even know that publisher, like UFO, is because they publish Super Bowling on N64. One of the rarest N64 games. Otherwise, I know nothing about UFO games. 9.6A++ here, pushing up to over 80 bucks.
$65.
You won the Penguin Land. Let's go, Hamster. Did you upgrade the Herzog's Way? Do you care about this game, Hamster?
Fair warning.
I felt like you'd be drawn to this VGA 95 tonight. The GameStop closest to you does monthly Pokemon tournament days, trading cards, not the games. Also, yeah, I guess, condition upgrade. I should say, with this whole GameStop thing, they're also going to offer singles. What the hell was it here? They're going to sell single holos and reverse holos, I think?
$220.
Yes. More commonplace holos and reverse holos will be available in-store for $1 each. So, GameStop is going to give you the opportunity to buy bulk at $1 each. I mean, cool, I guess. Like, there are some people who are going to use this. That will have people doing it, you know? At the time of writing, Temporal Rare Holo Whimsicott is listed having a market price of 3 cents. So, like, you know, $1 for a holo or a reverse holo is not a snag at all. But I understand that if kids just walk into a GameStop, like, I will say, if I was 6, 7 years old, I go into GameStop and it's like, hey, you can pick out a few cards at $1 each. That is fucking awesome.
Next lot.
I'm all for that. That's cool.
$95.
It doesn't even matter if the cards are worthless, right? Like, for $5, a kid can have a lot of fun with that. So, whatever, don't care.
Fair warning.
If something's overpriced by 50 cents, who cares? So, I think, yeah, you still do that at 26. Yeah, like, that is just cool. That's a cool idea. You still do that at 26. Get ripped off. Don't we all, Simon? $94 for 7th Cross there. Cosmic Fantasy 2 on TurboGrafx 16. I don't know enough about TurboGrafx to know if these are actual rare, desirable games. I think Dragon Spirit's pretty darn common. VGA 90 plus there for $275. And this is Monster Lair. 85 plus, TurboGrafx 16. Oh, Canadian version on this. But always weird to see TurboGrafx in the auction. And of course, tonight's auction is sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Just a few more details on that. Video games at ha.com if you guys have any questions. And also give you the live auction here. I don't think I did yet. You can follow along with the live auction there. Check out the website. The auction calendar. You can just Google Heritage Auctions video game. Yeah, Heritage Auctions video game auctions. And you'll get the upcoming calendar for everything. So we'll talk more about that in just a second. But huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here tonight. Final Fantasy VIII Squall, card-ass vending, bullshit that I just don't need. $81. Dark Cloud 2, 9.48 plus CGC. Pushing its way up to almost $100 here. You know, people are going to be fighting over that Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, it's crazy. Krills, you bought the Smash Bros. You're jealous of my 9? Hey, dude, that 9.0 has been a long time coming, man. That 9.0 has been a long time coming on Super Smash Bros. Congrats on getting the 6.5. Hopefully, like, if you want to, hopefully later on you get a chance to upgrade.
Fair warning.
Haunting Ground, 9.6A plus CGC here. No live bids.
$7.
No live bids. Wow, $650. Isn't that like it's a UPC promo punch copy? Someone asked too, why don't I use price charts? I don't use price charts because TerraPeak here, it's called TerraPeak. It allows you to see what best offers sold for. So if I go into here and I can go Haunting Ground. This is Life Without Gamer Stonks right here, right? We'll just add qualifier, WADA CGC. Sold listings, Haunting Ground. All we have is a 9.88 plus sold copy. But you can see if it was an auction. You can see if it was a buy it now. You just get a little bit more details and you get a longer... You get a longer, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like a date range. You can set longer dates than actually looking at eBay sold listings. So you can see, there we go, we found one.
$95.
The date range wasn't set. $800, $800, fixed price, 9.68 plus WADA copy.
Fair warning.
So yeah, $650 for a CGC 96 UPC punch. Yeah, I guess it's in there, you know? It's in the right range. UPC Punch O is probably going to sell for a little bit less than a normal one, so, you know. Dragon Quest Heroes 2, 95 plus PS4. We're coming into the VGA 100s. Fallout 76 sitting at $200, and Toe Jam and Earl is sitting at $200. That was PAL, was it? Am I an idiot? Was this PAL? Oh my god, it's PAL. Ew, yuck, gross. Get it away from me. I can't believe I missed that it was PAL. Oh my gosh. That was a close one. That was a close one, you guys. Oh my gosh. Well, in that case, eBay sold listings doesn't have anything. So it'd be whatever a raw copy costs. That's one thing that price charting is nice. Like, I can't... Well, you can. I was searching for graded, but if you just want to see a quick number on price charts, you can obviously do that, right?
170.
But when you search like this, like, it's not going to be super easy to filter to sealed and stuff. So I use it a lot for graded game auctions specifically.
$190.
Because, yeah, this gets a little bit trickier. I mean, I can add qualifier like sealed, but, you know, you can play around with it.
Fair warning.
Refine by highest price? I want dates. I don't want highest price, I want dates. We need to refine by dates. Do no sealed copies sell these days? Here, September 2013? September 2023, $760. It's like really scant. Scant on the sales. Fallout, 1776, sorry. VGA 100 Gem Mint.
$380. $400. $420.
That's crazy because a nice PAL haunting ground is like 200 euros. Yeah. CGC games appearing a lot more frequently in the auctions. Cool how we witnessed CGC launch live from nothing, becoming a major part of the auction in under a year. Yes.
Fair warning.
They are absolutely like they've captured market share, right? No way around it. Like, I think the market share right now is WADA, CGC, VGA. Like, CGC, we see a lot of it. Pushing its way up to almost $600 here. VGA 100.
Next lot. $30.
Oh, yeah, absolutely Fallout FOMO, Fletch. You think it's a coincidence we're seeing a VGA 100 Fallout in this auction? You think that's a coincidence? There's no such thing as a coincidence. $587.50, capturing some of that Fallout hype. I mean, fuck. I don't know. $600 for a PS4 VGA 100? I don't know. I don't know. I still will probably never do the VGA 100 premium. You know what I mean? 95 plus Last of Us Part 2, pushing its way up over $200. Can you believe there's only one adult-only version of San Andreas with the 9.8A plus? Man, like, I can, but I'm also surprised there's only one. That's kind of crazy. The most expensive game on PS2? I don't know if it's that good, but it's going to be freaking expensive. I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, Fallout 76 sold for the same as the VGA 95 Rex Ronin. Fallout. Fallout, baby. Way ahead of Rex Ronin. Resident Evil 2 VGA 95 here, Deluxe Edition, PS4. The Last of Us Part 2 95 plus uncirculated for $237.50. With the Xbox Store, whatever, shutting down, will or should graded 360 titles jump in price even more? I don't know how much of an overlay effect there's going to be on that retro habit. Like, when these stores shut down, you kind of see the CIB, the loose discs, that shit will shoot up a lot, right? And then the graded and sealed will, like, the spillover effect will be, yes, if the CIB jumps from 50 to 150, then the factory sealed one has to go up in price as well, right? So whatever specific games see a jump in CIB, we should see a jump in sealed as well. But I think the jump between CIB and loose will be higher than the jump we see in sealed or graded. But, like, we should see prices go up, yes, on the same titles that jump. They have to, right? Sealed can't cost the same as CIB, so yes, they will go up. But I don't think it'll be, like, considerable. Toe Jam and Earl, PS4 VGA 100, $525.
Fair warning.
I'll never understand it. Peace Walker, VGA 90 plus PSP limited edition. This is fucking cool. Tied with 2 copies, highest grade out of only 6 on the Pop Report. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful that we can say that now? 15 years in the making. We can finally say. Tied with
Fair
two
one.
other copies, top of the pop report, 90 plus Peace Walker. Looking for $475. Like, isn't that kind of nuts here? Peace Walker sells for $462. Limited edition PSP, beautiful 90 plus. Toe Jam and Earl fucking outsells it. Ah, man. Like I said, I'll never get on board with the VGA or the WADA 10. Those perfect grade premiums doesn't make sense to me. Auto Modalista, 9.8A plus here. I'm shocked.
Fair one.
We're pushing up to almost $450 here. 9.8A plus original Xbox. This is where we always see people come out. If it's original Xbox 9.8A plus, the
Fair
Xbox fans do show up. This game is pretty freaking expensive on GameCube, isn't it? I think this is reached into the upper echelon of
Fair
GameCube CIBs, I believe. But like original
Next
Xbox
lot.
factory sealed copy there,
$2.
$450.
$3.
Like even just
$5,
talking, you know, again about Peace Walker.
$9,
Maybe do people just hate Peace Walker? Am I crazy? Auto Modalista almost sells for as much as Peace Walker. A group lot of 2 games here. Fight Night Round 4, 9.6A plus, with the little hype sticker in the corner there, and Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. It's a cool game, very unique racer. I've never played it. That's good for an Xbox game. It is. It's very good for an Xbox game.
$30.
You should sell your VGA 90 Pip-Boy Fallout 4, but you loves it? Ah, man. I know what you mean, Fletch. You know what I do? In situations where I feel like that, where I actually like the stuff, it's one of those things where I throw it on eBay at like a stupid price, right? You just make it too expensive, quote unquote. So then it's like, okay, if someone wants to pay this stupid price, you can sell it, and like almost undoubtedly, you can buy another copy if you really want to.
$44.
That's how I handle those situations. Because we all know the Fallout hype isn't going to last.
Fair warning.
Like, Fallout stuff very, very, very likely will cool off in the coming months. 3 to 6 months from now, most Fallout stuff will probably be less expensive than it is right now.
$55.
Why are people paying $600 for random VGA 100s? You have a bunch of random VGA 100s to sell at that price? Yeah. Yeah. If you had any balls, you'd sell your Fallout into the hype, not getting that one back, though, once it's gone. Is that a factory sealed big box PC? Super junk.
$55.
Yeah, until Season 2, right? You sell right now, and you buy back before Season 2. You rinse and repeat.
$75.
Cycle the market. Automodalista is $400 CIB? What? Are we talking about this game? No way. It's that much? Oblivion. Teen rating, first print copy, 9.4A here. Early production T rating on the box, pushing its way up to almost almost to $200 here.
Fair warning. $190.
No, $115. You were talking about something else. You must be talking about the Pip-Boy. What the hell were you talking about? $400 CIB. Yeah, but the CIB pricing here has it pinged at $115 on auto. I figured that. Oh man, recent sales $200 though.
$260.
Whew. It's crazy, man. You'd love to see it, hey? Jesus, is this real?
Fair warning.
Is this real? Chad, is this real at $350? Surely not. CIB? Surely not. Nuts. I don't think I own a copy anymore.
Fair warning.
Oblivion, pushing its way up to almost $350.
Next lot.
Just shy of $350. $325, 9.4A. You think this is yours? Keep bidding, fund the addiction? How did this do? 9.4A Oblivion. 9.4A, that's M rating. 9.4A plus, last sold for $900 back in November. Hey, wow. So $325 for a CGC 9.4A? Not so bad. That's actually not bad. That's not a bad buy price compared to what we've seen. Not the best grade in the world, but like not that easy to find an early production copy of Oblivion. Speaking of expensive Xbox games, that's the thing too with like this Xbox store closing. This was a Combat Evolved 9.8A++ there. The slipcover was a $387.50. The slipcover was a 8.5. That's kind of a killer, I'll be honest.
$95.
8.5 slip. Minecraft went for 99 bucks. We have 2 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5, both 9.6 A+s here. Wow. Looking for 139. SY, you bought the Peace Walker. I think that's a great freaking purchase, dude. I think that is a great purchase on the Peace Walker. The open sealed Pip-Boy editions are selling for crazy prices. You're right, you need to post it. Exactly, just post it for 5x, man. Sealed copies on auto, you meant. There we go, that makes sense. Yeah, just post it for 5 times you paid. If someone buys it, great, right? And then in your head, you can also feel good because it's like, oh man, I'm trying to sell it. Like, it is for sale. It's like telling your significant other you're going to try and sell stuff and you just put it up for way too expensive. Then you can tell them you're trying while actually not selling your stuff. Like, everyone wins. Right? Everyone wins. It's 200 IQ plays out here. The Last of Us did that for a bit when the series came out, but has calmed down. Exactly. Anytime one of these TV shows, movies, whatever it is, anytime it does really well in pop culture, usually associated merchandise will pop off. You see it all the time with comic books and the superhero movies. Anytime there's like even rumors of a new superhero movie, the comic prices and shit will just shoot up, so.
Fair warning.
Oh, sorry, what I was going to say about Xbox 360, though, and the store closing. The thing with the store closing and the games going up in price, like, a lot of these super expensive factory-sealed Xbox 360 games are not the same games being chased after by loose disc CIB people. It's almost like 2 very distinct markets. The factory-sealed people want Halo 3, Oblivion, Gears of War, whereas the open box people want, like, Operation Darkness, Spectral Force 3, Fatal Inertia. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing where I just don't think we're going to see the big jump in CIB and sealed. Because the people collecting CIB and sealed, they generally speaking, aren't going after the same games as the CIB and the loose crowd with 360. The same with PS3. The 2 markets have kind of really separated themselves. The sealed grails just are not the CIB grails. Yeah, I think that Peace Walker was a hell of a purchase, SY. Like, that just... You send 2 sealed master cases to VGA. 1 Switch, 30 games, and 1 PS3, 34 games. Not a single game got a 95 or higher. Oh, man, like, I can't not laugh. Like, that's crazy. 2 sealed master cases, 30 Switch games, 34 PS3 games, and not a single 95 or higher. That's 64 case fresh games. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy, Angus. Like, I don't want to be like that's stupid. Like, it sounds stupid, but I haven't seen the games. Yeah, modern games, manufacturing very sloppy. Like, it sounds crazy to me, Supyo. Does VGA, you might know this, Supyo, when you submit a case pack with VGA still, is it possible to have them pre-screen? Do they offer a pre-screening service? Can you send in 30 Switch games and say, hey, I only want you guys to grade 95 or better? And you pay, like, you know, a $10 rejection fee for everything else. You can screen? Because I don't know if WADA or CGC or VGA advertise it, actually. The pre-screening. I don't think it's on their order things or anything. You can do that? That's huge then. That's huge. So, Yangus kind of got kicked in the nuts then. But that is good to know that you can do a screening. Oh, that's why you did? They initially charge you for all the games, then refund you any games that don't meet the criteria. Very nice. That's awesome. Okay, good. It's not as bad as it sounds then, Yangus. $5 for the pre-screening. That's actually great. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. $5 for pre-screening. So what? Did you just get like all of your money refunded? What did you pre-screen for? That's actually awesome. That is awesome. The companies will do that. I agree. Do you have to send in a certain number? What can you do with that? If the label is off kilter when they start rolling it off the line, not like they're just going to get straighter as they go, bad batch. That's what I was going to say too, JC, is like, it sounds absolutely stupid. You know, factory case of 30, not a single 95. But yeah, it's kind of like if you just have an OC sheet of Pokemon cards. Every card on the sheet or every card in that production line is going to be shitty. And it just sounds like, yeah, bad luck. You lost the shipping costs in $5 times 64 because no games hit the pre-screen. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. So that's still pretty shit. Like $400 gone still. Fuck. Still not good. Still not good, but not nearly as bad as I thought. That's a tasty little donation there to VGA. Nice little donation to the grading company there. Frick, man, that's tough. Well, yeah, you could send to WADA, right? The thing is like you could send to WADA and be like, oh, only grade the 9.8A+. And quite honestly, I think every single one of them would be graded. Like, only very few would get rejected. The difference between, like, a 9.8A+ and a VGA 95, especially on, like, a modern title game, it's such a tight... Like, there's a tight band there, but the difference is fucking huge. Like, hitting a 9.8A+ is exponentially easier than 95. Even screening for 9.8A++, you'd probably have way better outcome than screening for a 95. It just is, like, it just is how it is at those top levels between the two companies. You know, BGS 10 is way harder than PSA 10. It's the same way with, like, VGA top grades are simply harder than WADA top grades. Just is what it is. Did you see the guy that crossed the 9.9 A++ to an 80+? That doesn't even sound real. I don't think I did see it. Where was that? Or maybe I did, Supyo. That doesn't even make sense, though. You know what I mean? 9.9 A++ turning into an 80+. Like, that just sounds like it was dropped, right? Like, surely, right? You'll DM me? All right. Can I share photos of the DM? Let me just bring up another tab here. It's modern game. Should I leak our DMs up, yo? Is that the play right now? Where the hell are you? Can I like pop? Can I do pop out chat on Facebook? How do I do that? Start a voice call, video call. Oh, the weeklies are so fast, Adam. That's why we're just hanging out, man. We're only 50 minutes deep here. Like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how quick these go. Which I should tell you here, while Supyo sends me the photos, videogames@ha.com to reach out with Heritage Auctions here. The auction calendar is coming up for the 2024 schedule. I actually finally have my stuff set up. It's set for consignment. It's set up for the auctions. I have 7 games coming up here in the Japanese Showcase auction on June 3rd, and I have 1 game scheduled for the August signature auction. If you're looking to get into the next signature auction, which will be the August one, we have the one coming up here, just 10 days, May 24th, but the August signature auction, consignment deadline, July 2nd. I have 1 game slated for it so far. I am excited, very excited to finally have some stuff sell this year. Of course, this summer, PC Showcase auction, consignment deadlines this month, and the Nintendo 8 to 64-bit, you missed it. If you want to get into the next Nintendo 8 to 64-bit, July 30th will be the cutoff for that. There's 6-gen auctions, there's a PAL Showcase auction, there's another Japanese auction at the end of the year. Lots of stuff coming up at the end of the year here. I can go ahead and paste this in the chat as well. You can check out the calendar for yourself. And of course, always accepting consignments for the weekly auctions right here on Tuesdays. Videogames@ha.com to reach out with any questions. Videogames@ha.com. There we go, let's see. 915 Nintendo. Did he show it? Well, I need him to show it here. Here's the picture. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX turned into a VGA 85. Don't know if this is worse. Wada CGC 9.9. God damn, you guys fucking blow. Yeah, he didn't show pics. I would like to see pics, you know? PixRO is the, like, it sounds fake, you know? We got another one here. 9.8 A++. Halo Infinite turned into an 80+. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Huge if true. True if huge. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Supyo, like, they'd had to be dropped, right? There has to be an issue. Your 9.8 A++ CGC turned into 85 plus. I mean, I'd believe that. That doesn't sound as crazy to me. You know, VGA is so freaking hard on seals, that, you know, that makes sense. But like 9.8 and 9.9 turning into an 85, and I mean, Supyo, like, I think we can both agree, if you have a Nintendo Switch game or like Xbox One game, if it's a VGA 85, like, it's pretty shit. Like, you should be able to look at it and be like, hey, that game's kind of shitty. So for CGC to give it a damn near perfect grade, like, you know what I mean? We're not taking out microscopes at that point. Like, you should be able to show that to any random ass gamer and be like, hey, like, are there issues on this game? Sounds crazy, though. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That is unlucky. VGA wants to keep the prestige of being the toughest. I mean, they have that. They have that title. They have that title. Been watching the channel for a while now. I was wondering your thoughts were sealed DS, 3DS games worth grading, picking up. Yes. I think DS and 3DS are, they're still not largely targeted by sealed and graded collectors. So I actually do think they're decent value right now. Like, 3DS was obviously going crazy when the whole store closure was happening and stuff, but now people don't talk about it as much. 3DS is still very, very, like, CIB games, the consoles. It's a very expensive, gamer hobby. But I think the collecting side of it, graded, sealed, like speculation, investment, that side of it, I don't think is really picked up that much. I think stuff is still quite affordable, both DS and 3DS. I don't buy a lot of it myself. I just don't target it that much. But like, I have some DS factory sealed. I have some 3DS. Like, I have no issues with it right now. I think it should have a very, very good future, both those consoles. Those are huge, 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 huge consoles. Absolute childhoods of many, many, many people. VGA 85 can be solid. Any lower than that, and you need an upgrade unless it's uber rare. Yeah, an 85 can be solid if it's like cardboard or something, Adam. I would agree. But if you have a hard case VGA 85, like, you know, a DVD case VGA 85, yeah, you're gonna have blatant issues with the seal or, you know, indents on the game. CGC focuses on the cover art centering behind the plastic. VGA doesn't. The grading criteria is simply different. It's like, okay, we can say the grading criteria is different, right? You can say that because of course it is. But like, in an objective sense, all of these companies, WATA, CGC, or VGA, are looking at these games for the same types of flaws. Yes, there is going to be difference in how much they weight certain flaws. Like scratches to the cellophane, VGA is going to be harder on it than WATA is, for example, right? There's going to be differences in how they weight it. But all of these companies are looking for the exact same flaws. So there's no way that... Do you know what I mean? The criteria is different, which is why we can see like a VGA 85 turn into a WATA 9.8 A+. Like, that is not weird whatsoever. But if we're talking like the A++, and then going all the way to an 85, like, it just seems like a critical error on one of the sides. Both were DVD style. You've crossed two 85s to WATA, and one came back 9.8A, the other 9... Yeah, see, there we go. 85 turning into a 9.8A+, not weird. Did you see the charts up, yo? That someone shared in the Discord? If you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. We recently did a big overhaul. If you were in the Discord before and you were like, man, there's Taylor Swift bullshit everywhere. No longer. No longer. We changed a lot of things. It's nice in here. But in the WADA grading section here, I don't know if you saw this up, yo. Someone shared like an actual breakdown. I think it was in here. Was it in CGC? Where the hell was this posted? VGA? Posted in one of the grading channels. Just hold. Just hold. This was good data. Maybe it was CGC. This was good data. Fuck was this posted? My gosh, why do people talk so much in here? It has to be in water grading, right? Title isn't gone. He's just been reined in. I don't know where the hell it was. He posted charts showing the difference in how the grading has been distributed over time, the A++ seal rating. Where the fuck did he post it? Where did he post it? Where did he post it? Now I can't find it. Ah, that's so annoying. The gist of what it was saying, though, was it in here? The gist of what it was saying is that A++ for WADA games has tightened up quite a bit over time. Like, the distribution of A++ has gotten tighter and tighter over time. Here! I found it! Okay, this chart is kind of hard. But what this is showing is that per 1,000 games, right? So at the bottom here, the bottom number... Can I make this bigger? Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Are you guys? Yeah, you guys can see the chart. So the bottom numbers are different buckets, right? So if we take... This is the entire... how long WADA has existed. So, like, you know, early WADA is over here. Later WADA is over here. This is only looking at cardboard games. And you can see the distribution of A++ that was given out are these blue bars here, right? So if we go right to the halfway point right here around 20, 21, 22 will be around the halfway point in the graph, which should be somewhere in 21, 22. You can kind of see that following that, the A++ distribution, especially, like, this is cardboard only, keep in mind, has gotten a lot tighter. Now, it's possible that WADA in general has gotten a lot tighter with A++, which I frankly think they have. They hardly ever give it out anymore. I think if anyone submitted recently with WADA, you can kind of agree that, like, A++ is hard as fuck. The other thing with that, though, is that, assumedly, a lot of this stuff back here is going to be more case-fresh stuff, high-grade VGAs, crossovers. You know what I mean? You're going to get the, this is going to be higher-grade stuff in general, case-fresh stuff. So that also could explain why we see so many more given out. But, like, I mean, if you start at, like, the 32 right here, right? Like, there's fucking hardly any A++ given out. That's actual data on the grading there, if you are curious about seal ratings and stuff. Like I said, join the Discord, link in the description. We have a bunch of data nerds, and they look at stuff. We break down data. We're not just, you know, flying blind out there. Probably just ran out of high-quality games coming in. Everything got sent in 2021. Yeah, that's, like, one of the most, other logical conclusions, right? In general, the answer is probably somewhere, both of them. It's probably a little bit that they've tightened up and a little bit that we're getting less premium stuff. At least that's what I think. Because, I mean, talking about getting an A++ seal, it's hard as hell with WADA games right now. DVD case games, cardboard games, it doesn't matter. It has to be basically case fresh. So I think and again, this is myself anecdotally, but I think if you look at a lot of stuff graded by WADA games in the 2019 through 2021 range, if you actually zoom in, if you actually look at them tightly, you're going to see a lot of A++ where you're like, you know, some A++ will even go so far as to have a corner poke. Again, just anecdotes. You can find bad examples across all grading companies, but I absolutely think that they have tightened up on the seal grades. 100% they're being more lenient closer to launch to draw more market share. I personally think so, but People are going to have opinions on that. Like I said, you can find different grades across all of it, but it was just super interesting data that I wanted to share with you guys. At the top of the auction was the Super Smash Bros. 6.5A plus, for $1,000. Metroid Classic Series, $843. Someone else said this was cheap tonight. Do we have any Metroid Classic comps to look at? Let me just bring up another thing here. In my head, this was always hovering somewhere around $1,000. Or at least when it sold, I didn't think $1,000 was, like, bad for it. Oh, where's the last one we saw here? Metroid Classic. 9.2A plus sold for $1,300 a year ago. So we haven't seen one on Heritage in a long time. 9.0A, $780 back December 20th. I mean, it's cheaper for sure. But I mean, we're going back over a year ago on Heritage auctions. Maybe there's some other ones on eBay or something you can compare to, but, you know, 9.2A CGC for $850 doesn't strike me as super cheap. Just like, you know, market value, noise. Nothing considerable, in my opinion there. If you bought it, cool. If you didn't, cool. You know what I mean? I don't think it's swung either way there towards, like, very expensive or a great deal. Rex Ronin, 95, 812.50. Like we said earlier, this is the highest VGA copy that exists. Likely the nicest copy that exists in the world, to be honest. Herzog's Way was also a 95, 812.50. Haunting Ground, 9.68 plus UPC Punch promo copy, CGC, for $650. On the other side of the auction, one item sold for less than other. Oh yeah, where's the video game? Here it is. Lowest selling video game, Popeye. It was a 7.5 CIB with the wrong cartridge and manual for the box, $79 for it. And it worked. Higher grades equals higher sell price, more submissions. You fell for it and got an A plus on a torn Genesis games. Sold for $2K, so you're not complaining, but a little shady. Yeah, I have some sealed games. I have A plus games with ripped seals. Like straight up, right? A plus, rip seal, no problem. So, and I think, like, in saying that WATA tightened up the A++, because I really think they do. They tightened the A++, but I feel like they also made the A+, like, shittier. Like, you can have some pretty, even still, you can have some pretty shit seals and get an A+ grade. Like, in order to get an A, you have to have, like, a blatant hole, or you scribble it with, like, sandpaper, you know? So, I mean, oh, man. I could go on an entire diatribe? I don't know. I could say a lot about the WATA seal ratings that I disagree with what they do and how they do it. Yeah. Fundamentally, I disagree with how they grade seals. I guess would be the best way to put it. It just should be different. The system is shitty right now, is what I think. But on that note, you guys, I appreciate you coming out tonight. Videogames@ha.com. Appreciate all 26 of you who hit the like button. We are back next Tuesday, and then what is the 24th or 25th here? Does that take us to the signature? Next Friday? Friday and Saturday are the signatures. Friday and Saturday will be the signature auction next week. Hopefully you guys can come out for it. I'll put out a video telling you everything you need to look forward to it. Have a good night, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming out tonight.